Hey, we are back again. First off, I just want to say that it's surprising the amount of times that I've been fooled by AI shorts, and it's got to the point where I can't tell the difference when I click on a short, whatever it might be. It might be like animals interacting, or cats, or gorillas, or something. It could be anything. Someone on a skateboard doing tricks or whatnot. And I think, oh shit, that's a pretty cool video. Let me see what the comments are saying. And then everyone's saying, oh, AI, 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 AI. So it's officially got to the point where I can't fucking tell anymore. AI is getting that good that you know, well, for me anyway, let me know if it's the same for you guys. I can't tell the difference between a good AI video and the real thing. It's just, yeah, it's just getting that good now. So just another reason that we should worry about the future, because AI is going to get so good and it's going to fuck a lot of things up. A lot of businesses and companies are on the race to get like the best AI for their business, corporation, and all that shit. So it's definitely going to affect jobs. And jobs is one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video. Don't know how long it'll going to be. I don't have that many talking points, but I'm going to talk about why I am in favour of the NEET lifestyle. In the BP, we call it the NEET lifestyle. And if you don't know what it means, it's NEET, and it stands for not in employment, education, or training. Basically means that you're either you've either got some money in the bank, or you're on social security or welfare, and you just basically stay at home all day and just engulf yourself in all your copes, really. And I never used to be for that kind of thing, but after a few years, I can understand the people that do it. I don't do it myself, but I don't work full time either. I don't have to work full time. I am lucky I'm in a scenario where I've done okay enough at life where I can have a lot of time to myself if I like. I'm not loaded by any means. I live a minimalist life, and I just don't need that much. And I understand how a man can get defeated to the point where he just says, "Fuck this! I'm kind of checking out of life." You know, they get on disability, or even they just work enough to survive, like maybe 2 or 3 days a week part time. Go back, live with the parents, or rent with a few people, rent with 4 or 5 people. Just stay in your room, just like rot max, basically. And once again, given what this channel's about, it's going to come down to women, because like I've always said, you aren't doing what you are biologically put on this earth to do, which is to replicate. And if you're the kind of guy that's sub 5 and can't get a woman, providing you've actually looks maxed and tried to do it, I don't recommend ever becoming a NEET if you haven't tried in the first place. I encourage all guys to try looks max as much as you can, whether it's, you know, losing weight, getting shoe lifts, getting a hair transplant, or soft looks maxing kind of stuff. I don't class hair transplants as hard looks maxing, even though it probably is. Like it's a fairly uninvasive procedure. It can be expensive, but I'd also encourage a lot of younger guys too to really, really fucking watch for the signs of hair loss and get straight onto minoxidil or finasteride or both, whatever. I'm not a doctor, so seek a healthcare professional's opinion. But I wish I'd done that. I wish I didn't give a shit when I first started losing hair at about 19 years old. I wish I had went straight on that. I did go to the doctor about it, and I got it's called Just for Men here in Australia, or something like For Men, Just for Men. And the doctor said, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good, but it can make you impotent. It'll make your old fella downstairs not work." And I'm thinking, "Oh fuck that!" Even though it's just like a small chance, and you can get back off it, and you can go back to normal again. I got told that, and I didn't take it. And I think I've still got that old box. I think I seen it the other year. That 20-odd-year-old box of fucking Just for Men. That's underneath the sink. It's nearly all faded away. You can barely read it. I bought a box of it, and then I just chucked it under the sink in a basket somewhere and said, "Fuck that! I'm not using that." But yeah, if you're a guy and you've tried and tried and tried in life, you've had jobs, you're not happy, you can't find a woman, and you just nothing else is doing it for you, I can sympathise and agree with your choice just to go, fuck that, I'm becoming a NEET. I'm just going to live for me from now on. I'm just going to work just enough to pay the bills and pay for my food and just survive doing whatever. Just do your copes, whether it's video games or going out hiking or fishing, whatever it is, riding a bike. I'm in the car at the moment, if you can't tell. He's fucking wanker. Yeah, 20 metres away, he's got his fucking highlights on. No, that'll do. So, yeah, if you're a guy that's at least tried once to look smacks and see if your luck with women have changed, and you're really struggling mentally with it, uh, and you want to give NEET a go, I hold nothing against you, mate. I even encourage it in some cases. Like, fuck it, just live for yourself. If you've got some kind of disability, mental impairment or disability, try and get on like social security disability payments, because that actually gives you enough where you can live independently without working. And yeah, just say fuck it. I've had enough of this life. I've been treated like shit from work, friends, women. Couldn't give a fuck anymore. And it doesn't have to be permanent either. Sometimes you just need to go NEET for a year or two and just regroup, work on yourself for a little bit. Don't give a shit about anything else but yourself. And even if that means getting on the old wacky tobacco, if you like that kind of thing, just spend your days zonked out. I don't ever advise alcohol. I don't drink. I reckon that's up there with all the needle kind of drugs. It's up there with one of the worst substances in the world, as far as I'm concerned, alcohol. But I'm even thinking of trying that. It's legal here. Make sure of course, I've got to say it's legal in your area. Uh, Medical cannabis is legal here in Victoria. If you go through a doctor, I'm thinking of trying the oils. You just put a little drop on your tongue, and it just lets you escape from reality for a little bit. A few hours, you can play video games. You can get the munchies, eat pizzas, eat food, all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with having a bit of an escape. There's nothing wrong with becoming a NEET. If life's just kicked you in the guts that many fucking times, and you've got no luck with the women, and you've tried looks maxing and nothing's happening, if you want to become a NEET, as far as I'm concerned, go for it. I won't think any less of any man that does it. As a matter of fact, good on you if you want to do it, because yeah, if you're unfortunate to be born enough in this day and age not to be attractive to women, and it doesn't take much to become unattractive. I'll tell you now. More so than ever, average guys are suffering. And with all due respect to the sub fives, yeah, they're the original, you know, fucking inkwells. It's only really become a huge problem because now it's not just like the bottom 10, 20, 25% of guys that aren't getting anything. Now it's the bottom 50% of guys that aren't getting anything. And that's of course why it's become, I think, as big as a problem as it's become. But yeah, if you're feeling really defeated in life, I won't hold it against anyone, any guy that says, "Oh fuck this, oh man, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum in life. I'm just gonna enjoy life, spend my days doing whatever I want, playing games, watching movies, going for walks, enjoying your copes." And unfortunately for a lot of guys, they are going to have to do a couple of days a week work just to survive. But if you can get on disability somehow, there's definitely ways to do it. Get on there and see how you go. You're not going to live a great lifestyle, but it's going to be enough to get you by. So why slug your guts out, 40 to 60 hours a week, if that's not even going to be enough to get the attention of a lady? If you're not good looking enough to pass the basic looks test, it doesn't matter if you're working 60 hours, bringing in 80, 100K a year. It's not going to matter, because the ladies, the women, are making their own money now. Their standards are through the roof. Yes, I know you can always get lucky and it is oofy doofy and all that kind of stuff, but you can't rely on that. And if that ever happens, if you go NEET and you find a lady friend, you can just go and get a job. You don't have to stay in NEET. You can just go and get a job. So you can always put your foot down and go and get work. And if you meet a lady, fucking just bullshit to her. Just tell her, oh, you're working. Just tell her you're working. And then just try and get a job. You think Chad doesn't bullshit sometimes to the ladies? Of course he does. But that's another moral thing too. If you're comfortable doing it, do it. If you're not, don't do it. I'm just a guy here talking on the internet to whoever wants to listen to me. So you can take my advice, you can listen to me or don't. It's up to you. Not telling anyone to do nothing, just giving my opinion. But yeah, the NEET lifestyle is definitely an option for inkwells. And I think it can be quite a good option too. If you're really mentally struggling with life, with work, with your social life, your love life, sometimes you just need a little break. Go NEET and see what happens. You can always get another job. Well, that's my opinions on NEET. NEET, not in employment, education, or training. So, yeah, hope the video was helpful to you in some way. If not, just thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.